Thank you so much for being here for meditation. We are going to explore in this meditation the physiological sigh. So, when I first learned about this was probably, I don't know, it wasn't that long ago, maybe a year or two ago. Apparently, we sigh 12 times per hour naturally. And I'm like, really? Like, I know we sigh in yoga class, we do it on purpose, we accentuate it, but we do these little baby sighs 12 times per, about a dozen times per hour. So when we do them naturally, just almost like, they're just almost like you just take a little bit of a breath and a little bit more, and then you let it go. And you sigh it out. And it reminds me when you're crying, or if you've been with a child that's crying and they're fretting you a little bit and they're like that. And they do this and it calms them. So it's very similar to that. So these sighs actually are helping to reset our nervous system. So if let's just say there's some stressful things going on, and you know what? Maybe they don't seem stressful. It's just like this is life. Life has stress in it, and it becomes our norm. But the body reacts to stress and it could create chronic tension in the body, you know, and the body can get stressed. So when we do these natural physiological sighs, the intelligence of your body is telling the nervous system to reset. So to go from the stress state into the calmer state. So I think it's pretty amazing. Okay, so we're going to first just settle into our seat here. Before we change the breath, before we practice some of these physiological sighs, just noticing your natural breath. So you find the comfortable seat that you're choosing. And if you are sitting, sit with an upright spine, soften the belly, relax the shoulders. Let the breath be what it needs to be. Sometimes, again, that deeper breath comes in and out, that natural sighing breath, resetting the nervous system. Don't try to change it, just simply observe. And you can observe your breathing anywhere. Some of the more ancient teachings in meditation are a little bit more strict. The instruction is to just pay attention to one place. For example, anapanasati is just to feel the breath at the nostrils. Okay? And maybe for some of you that works. You just want to feel the sensation of the breath just as it's entering and then as it's leaving the body. Okay. But for others, this fine tunement doesn't work. You know, it might actually cause a little bit of stress. So I want you to just find anywhere in your body, maybe it's your belly, softening the belly, feel the belly move. You can always also touch. You can have your hands on your belly and your chest just to feel breath. You know, touch is such a somatic way to connect to you, to your body, your breath. You don't have to hold it there the whole time, but just as a way to get connected. So feel free to place your hands, arms anywhere and to notice the breath, the coming, the going. Where can you relax in your body? as you are observing your breath. You can feel the breath in the nostrils, in the throat center, the chest, the belly, and maybe you can even notice the breath in the back body. It's more subtle, but there is some movement there. The inhale is inviting you to inhale the moment as it is, to welcome it in without judgment. And the exhale is inviting you to relax into what is in this moment without needing it to change or fix it. Just to simply be mindful, to be present on purpose without judging, which means you are cultivating loving kindness and compassion. Like, especially if there's things you're noticing that are troubling you, that are bothering you, that you don't like, that you don't want right now. There may be pain, for some chronic pain. There may be something going on right now in your life, and the mind's just worrying. Maybe you're ruminating of something in the past. The worrying is the future, and it's hard for your mind to settle. Just again, come back to the breath, welcome that in. Welcome in monkey mind. Welcome in worry. Welcome in rumination. It seems kind of silly, but it's this tend and befriend way. You know, the more we fight against something, it's like the more you resist, it persists. So we basically just turn it inside out. And instead of resisting, we welcome and say, oh, hey, I see you're here today. That pain is back again. That annoyance is back again. Monkey mind is back again. Can be emotion, difficult emotions, we have trouble welcoming in. And baby steps. We could start to build the capacity and ability to do this. But we're not meant to force it. It's baby steps. Our nervous system responds to slower incremental change. Come back to the breath. Just be with the breath. And notice again if one of those little sighs just comes along. You know, there's potentially, you might have a few of them within our meditation period. They're not big, huge sighs. They're just these little baby sighs that come. First of all, they're a signal that you're relaxing into this moment. Whatever you've been holding tight and holding the weight of the world or whatever, the chronic tension in the body, that little sigh tells you, oh, okay, I just relaxed a bit somewhere. You don't even need to know where, but it's nice if you have that awareness. The other thing it does is when your body does it, it's signaling the nervous system to switch to the calming state, the calm and clear state, the rest and digest state. This is the state where we heal. The body can do repair work. We can do physical healing, emotional healing, mental healing, spiritual healing. Just keep coming back to the breath as it is. Allowing yourself to be exactly as you are right now, in this moment, and in this moment, and in this moment. Okay, so let's do some practice. We're going to do five physiological sighs. These aren't the natural way we do it, the little baby ones we do naturally. We're going to accentuate it. So you're just going to take a little bit deeper breath in and just breathe in slower. And then you're going to top it up with another inhale, like sniff, another little sniff. And then you're going to let it go slowly as you sigh. Ah, and then relax. So what happens when we do this double inhale? You're inflating the lungs even more. This improves oxygen exchange. It can clear out excess carbon dioxide, and this helps the body maintain balance. And it can even, in a sense, give you a little bit of energy as well. Okay, so let's try it again. Big breath in and top it up. Feel the expansion and let it go with the sigh. Slow, long as you can get it. And then relax again. So the long exhale activates the vagus nerve. This is the key pathway of the parasympathetic nervous system and signals to the brain that it's safe to relax. So this is where the nervous system comes into it, because if you don't feel safe, you won't relax. It's natural for the body when you're not safe to be tense because you're ready to go, fight, flight. Sometimes we freeze and sometimes we go so far into freeze, into flee, we actually hibernate, we get stuck. Okay. So the long exhale is really activating this part and can shift the body out of a stress response. Okay. So let's do the third one. Inhale again, slow inhale, and sniff a bit more. Let it go with a sigh. Ah, feel how the shoulders depress. Ah. But again, just take a moment to just notice and feel. So together, this double inhale and this long, slow exhaling sigh calms physiological tension, and it's more efficient than regular breathing. Okay, so let's do two more. Let's breathe in again. Top it up. Let it go slowly with the sigh. Ah. But it just gives you a reminder that the body can reset with this way. We have one last one to do. Breathe in again. Top it up. Let it go slowly with a sigh. Good. And then return to our still place, to whatever is natural in the breath. And maybe you just need a deeper sigh, a deeper breath, whatever you need, but allow the breath to find the natural rhythm. Notice the after effect. What shifted after those 5 conscious physiological sighs we did? When the nervous system is in a regulated state, it's known as ventral. Guess what? You do relax. And then guess what? You feel more. Your emotions, you can feel them physically in your body, you can feel it. So be mindful, because you might be aware of pain that you didn't know you were having, or discomfort or tightness. Okay? So just be mindful about that. But this is a good thing, because then you're really tuning into the wisdom of your body, listening to the messages that it's giving you, which says, maybe be careful there. Don't overdo it here. And when the emotions are allowed to surface, have you ever gone through something that actually, if you were more regulated in the moment, you would have naturally felt that emotion, and maybe whatever, you cried or you got angry or whatever it was, you were able to express it. But if you're stressed in that moment, it's causing stress, or you're feeling that tension in the body, you don't feel it. It's almost like you're numb to it. In the moment of stress, that might be good. It's protecting you in the moment, because it might be too much to handle in the moment, depending what's going on. Like if you think about really things that going into grief, it's just a lot. So your body protects you. But comes a time you don't want all that tension. You don't want to be holding that. And so when you finally allow your body to get more relaxed and the breath to be calm, these things will surface. They're an opportunity to free them. Otherwise, they stay lodged in the body. So again, just being present. Notice what might have shifted for you. Tuning in. Holding space with loving kindness and compassion. Tend and befriend the things that surface. Excuse me. Watching the breath. Feel the movement, the coming and the going, the waves of each breath, the coming and going of experience, of sensations, of thoughts, of emotions. sweet smile. Your body loves you for doing this practice. It thanks you so you can be more intimately connected with yourself, your body, your breath. Returning to the breath again and again and again. So, as we acknowledge this physiological sigh that you do naturally about a dozen times an hour, this intelligent reset mechanism that's built into your nervous system, and reminds you that your body knows how to care for itself. Because every physiological sigh can shift you from stress to calm. Ah. So as you join your hands together, and then gently open your eyes to peer at your fingers. Open the three middle fingers. Padma Mudra, the lotus flower, peering in to the yellow stamen, symbolic of the inner light that's within each one of us. Om Mane Padme Hum. May the jewel within the lotus be realized. Feeling your hands, honoring the light within you and the place that is of peace. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Om peace, peace, peace. And I thank you so much for practicing with me, honoring the light within you. Namaste, my friend.